Have you ever wondered why so many people mountain bike, or why we spend thousands of dollars on chunks of metal or carbon just to ride down a hill with big drops or have close encounters with trees? Why do we crash, get back up, saying, let's do that again, or I want to hit that 30-foot road gap? Maybe you want to do a suicide no-hander. Why we want to be the best, or get that Red Bull helmet everyone dreams of? Why do we drive hours away from home to ride that new trail? I'm sure if you have a hobby or a sport, you can relate to us and how obsessed someone can be with that one thing. Well, this is why we love mountain biking. For some people, riding is a form of fitness, climbing up that big hill, feeling the burn in your legs. Others, it may be just tinkering or fixing the bike. And I know a lot of it is the friendships and conversations you have after bombing down the hill, saying every close encounter you had or how you almost died on that last jump. Fucking hell. From day one of a friend taking me down a trail, I was absolutely hooked. The adrenaline was pumping. I had that hit of serotonin. It's like that feeling of riding a bike for the first time as a kid. I wanted more. I went out and I got my first full suspension bike, riding it every weekend. The first thing I realized with mountain biking was that the community was so nice and helpful. It was a very different environment from when I was riding BMX or skateboarding back in my teens. It was easy to make new friends or ask for help.
Why do I ride? Why do I ride? It's for the excitement. It's for the adrenaline rush, and it's definitely not for the fitness. I mean, the fitness is a bonus, but I'm not a fan of the uphills. I've been building my own trails for a while now, and there's this certain feeling that you get after all that hard work, all of the digging, all of the sculpting, and you finally get to ride your trail for the first time. It's kind of hard to explain, but I guess it's sort of like riding any trail for the first time. You know, there's a level of excitement and a level of stoke as you're just ripping down through the unknown. But that feeling is really taken to the next level. Like, it's amplified when you've done all that hard work and you're riding your own trail. It's an amazing feeling. And I guess I chase that feeling. Yeah, that's why I ride.
Even if you were just pulled to the side having a rest, 90% of people will ask you if you're all good. It's a sense of freedom being out in the bush, forgetting everything else you have on your mind, feeling the wind in your face, hitting that same jump for the 100th time, the feeling of wanting more while you're at work. You just can't get it off your mind while waiting for the weekend to come. Just riding this, I want to throw my bike in the back of the car and go for a ride. Bikes are a form of an expression. Getting that new part, learning that new trick, posting it to social media. Every single one of us is different at home, but when we all come together, we share the same passion.
I'm Boyd, the owner of Simmons Photography and Film, and this is why I ride mountain bikes. So I started riding mountain bikes when the lockdowns and that started happening. I couldn't ride motocross anymore because all the tracks were closing, so yeah, we all figured we'd give mountain bikes a shot. So then I headed down to our local shop, which is Yarra Valley Cycles, and picked up this giant Trans 2 behind me. It's definitely not the stock giant Trans 2 anymore. Why I ride mountain bikes? Definitely because of the fun. I've made some of my best mates through the bikes. Probably had some of my best memories on the bike. Some very funny times, very stupid stacks. You know, they're always funny as long as you can get up from them. You know, it's always good after a week of school or a week of work to head up the mountain with your mates, and yeah, we just go muck around on the trails, just a bit of fun, bit of a laugh. You know, nothing competitive or anything, it's great. You know, I also started creating my business around the mountain bikes at first. So, you know, I'd film those really good mates of mine and try to get my name out there. End of the day, pretty much the main reason I ride the mountain bikes is pure fun, ride with your mates, you know, get a bit of fitness out of it as well, and you make some really, really good memories off the bikes.
The race weekend's away, trying over and over again to get that perfect line. It keeps you thinking how you're going to win and get onto that podium. It isn't always fun and games though. It has its ups and downs, just like anything else. Maybe an expensive part broke, so you have to save up and get a new one. Maybe you had a bad crash, broke a bone. We just don't think about those things though, because the good outweighs the bad 100 times over. For the people that don't ride, the best thing about this sport is you can get started on a budget hardtail for $1,000 or pick up a secondhand cheapie off Marketplace. I guarantee you will fall in love with this sport instantly. If you're ever thinking to yourself, why do people ride mountain bikes? Then think back on this and remember, it's about the fun times, making new friends and being fit as a bonus. That rush when you're bombing down the hill at 40 k's an hour. All the memories or the things we are trying to escape in our day-to-day lives. Maybe a friend or your parents can't understand why we ride. That's why I made this video. It could change someone's mind or stop them questioning why you don't do anything else. And that's why we love riding mountain bikes and doing the things we do. And if you don't ride, then give it a shot. Trust me, you're gonna love it. And don't forget, do fun shit.